I'd like to talk again about my favorite topic, hope. Okay, and I want to start with this realization that we Homo sapiens have been around long enough to have learned one thing about ourselves, and that is that it isn't the magnitude of the challenge that crushes the human spirit. No, it's feeling useless, feeling futile that does us in. We are problem solvers, we are doers. So we've stepped up to accomplish the seeming impossible. And right now, for many of us, what seems impossible is real democracy in America, where we each have a voice. I believe that when enough of us believe three things, that we can really make change happen. One, we have to believe that the challenge itself is absolutely essential. And yeah, right now, with climate change and extreme inequality, we know those challenges can only be met with democracy. Two, we must believe that something is possible. We don't have to believe in high probability or certainly not certainty, just possibility. Three, we have to see that we ourselves have a role. We can make a difference. Our voices count. My argument is that enough of us are believing those three conditions today, and I want to go deeper just a little bit into the evidence for that eyes wide open hope. One, democracy is essential. I think that we can see throughout history again that some conditions bring out the worst and some bring out the best in us. And it's democracy that brings out the best in humans. Democracy, I mean, with three characteristics: the wide dispersion of power, transparency, because we don't do well with concentrated power and secrecy. And the third is just a cultural norm of mutual accountability where we're all on the hook, right? Not the blame, blame, blame game we have today. Democracy is essential for these qualities, good qualities to come out. And I don't mean perfect in-state democracy. I mean the journey of democracy. Two, we must believe that our goal is possible. What about the possibility of democracy? What is our evidence? Well, we can look at our own culture over the last period. Let's say the 40s to the 70s. Take that period. Big money had much less power in our political system, and a lot of us stepped up. And what happened? We advanced in protecting the environment. The EPA was born. We advanced in civil rights big time in the 60s. And we advanced economically for all of us. Median household income doubled during that period. And who gained the most? Those who gained the most were the poorest among us, not the rich, as happening today, everything going to the top. So within our own history, we see a lot of evidence that coming together we can make big change. I also am heartened by looking at the world and seeing that there are a couple dozen other countries that are doing better than we are in measures of electoral integrity and getting better social outcomes. The third is that we each know that we have a voice in making this historic change for real democracy, and that the thrilling reality is that there is a rising democracy movement crossing all issues, from Seattle to Connecticut and all places around the country. Citizens are stepping up, regular citizens, and achieving real democratic reforms in which we each have a voice. That too is so heartening. So democracy is essential, it is possible, that is the journey of democracy, and we know that in the rising democracy movement there is a place for each of us to count, to make a difference. So history is calling, as it has over and over again. Humanity can step up and do the seeming impossible. Yes, we can become heroes to ourselves, and that sure feels good. I'd love your thoughts on hope and democracy. Thank you.